You know what? We all face adversity in this business. No question about it. You got all kinds of different things that happen from employees, customers, um, the company, the carriers, all kinds of things. I'm going to tell you something that the thing that I think makes most people successful in this business, I've worked with a lot of different people and have a lot of friends in the business. The one thing that makes most people successful is their ability to be mentally tough. Okay, being able to compartmentalize things and understand that, look, when bad things happen, you can't do a lot about a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of things that are going to happen that are out of your control. What you can control is how you respond to those things, right? So when you're mentally tough, when you're able to work through adversity and take your thoughts and put them in places where they actually matter, where things can actually be changed, that's going to help you make good decisions, and that's going to help you be a lot more successful. And I know this sounds like a really vague thing, or maybe it's even too simple. But when you think about the things that occur, right? Staff quits. Sometimes people get all bent out of shape about that. They take it really personally. Sometimes they get emotional. You know, what did I do wrong? All these kind of things. Maybe they start blaming the staff person, right? Maybe they start blaming other people. The first thing that you need to do when you have adversity is own anything that's your responsibility. When someone quits, that really should be on you, right? You should think of that as, well, what did I do wrong? How did I, allow this person to either come into my organization, or how did I allow it to get to the point where they wanted to leave? There's something that went wrong there that you as the owner, you should own 100% of the time. And think back, what could I do different, right? That's being mentally tough. That's controlling your thoughts. That's not allowing the situation to control you. Same thing with a company that maybe changes their underwriting guidelines. They have a rate increase. They do something that affects the way you're going to write business, or the way you feel like you're going to better write business in the future. You got to compartmentalize those things. Okay, fine. Let's take what they're telling us. Let's take the situation. Let's find the good. Let's focus on that. Right? There's all these kind of things that are going to come up. I've been doing this for almost 30 years. The adversity and the situations and the issues, it's just nonstop. It's like the fire that never gets put out, right? And what you have to do is you really, truly have to just take those things and let them go right off your back. And I guess this is probably the best tip I can give you around all these kind of things that you deal with, especially when it comes to staff, right? Because you deal with a lot of things with staff, and it's hard to control, and you can't control what people think, how they act. Just understand that all this stuff is just part of the process. It's just part of the process to get where you want to go, right? These things are going to happen. It doesn't matter what we're trying to accomplish. Anything of significance, you're going to have adversity. Anything you want to accomplish that has significance to it, you're going to have adversity. You have to be mentally tough. You have to allow that to just come in, roll right off your back, and now what do I do to deal with it? How do I take that situation, learn from it, and now I can either deal with the situation I have now, or I'll learn so that next time I can identify it quicker and I can deal with it faster. Those kind of things. But being mentally tough, that's got to be something that you work on daily as a leader if you want to be super successful, is to be able to allow your thoughts to be compartmentalized and not respond to things in an emotional way, or get so bent out of shape about things where you can't make decisions, or you make poor decisions, or things linger, or you put things off so long you never deal with them because of just the way you feel about things. So think about that. Be mentally tough. Control your thoughts. Learn to compartmentalize things so that you understand, hey, it is what it is. Let's find the good in it. Let's work on that and move on. Own what happens in your agency. Everything there is your responsibility. And you either train on it or you tolerate it. It's one of those two things. So there's a lot of things that, frankly, you're going to tolerate. Okay? Nobody's perfect. And in the beginning of my career, I tolerated way too much. I didn't do hardly any training, right? And that resulted in a lot of things that I had to deal with. And some of those things you deal with in a way where you're like, okay, now I'm going to train on that next time. I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. So just keep that in mind. And lastly, I'll leave you with this, that your agency is perfectly designed to get the results that you're getting today. Think about that for a second. It's perfectly designed to get the exact results you're getting today. You're the one that designed it. The good news is, if you don't like the results you're getting you're also the one that can change the design. Okay? So being mentally tough and dealing with these things in a way where you put your efforts and thoughts and actions into the right places, that'll help you be successful. Hope that helps.